As a PHS investigator, you are required to disclose certain sponsored or reimbursed travel. The rules are complicated, so let's walk through the process of deciding whether or not you need to disclose. Decision 1. Is the party that is sponsoring or reimbursing the cost of travel exempt source? Exempt sources include U.S. federal, state, or local government agencies, U.S. academic institutions, U.S. academic teaching hospitals, U.S. medical centers, and U.S. research institutes affiliated with U.S. academic institutions. You do not need to disclose travel reimbursement or sponsorship from these organizations. If your travel sponsor is not exempt, you may need to supply a disclosure. Here are some examples of non-exempt sources: international academic institutions, professional societies, corporations, and businesses. Let's move on to the next deciding factor. Decision 2. In the last 12 months, did your travel sponsored by a non-exempt source meet or exceed $5,000? If the total cost of your travel from a single non-exempt source is less than $5,000 within a calendar year, you do not have to disclose it. If that travel totals $5,000 or more in a year, you will need to disclose it. We realize you may not know how much your travel will cost. You do have options for disclosing. First, you can make a good faith effort to determine whether your travel will exceed the $5,000 threshold and disclose now if appropriate. Or, option 2, you can disclose your travel after you have made your trip. You have 30 days from the date of your travel to disclose. By that time, you should know the actual cost of the trip. In summary, you need to disclose your travel if it is sponsored or reimbursed by a non-exempt source, and the cost of travel was $5,000 or more from a single source within a 12-month period. If you have questions about the criteria or the disclosure process, the Office of the Vice Chancellor for Research can help. Contact Linda Lee Drost at 333-0034.